Good evening, gentle listeners or watchers, and welcome to Distractible. This episode, non-bipedal Bob's baby flies the coop, then he forces his friends to fib. Wizened Wade doesn't defeat decrepitude, threatens infanticide, rips Sam and Dean, then thinks hard. Molested Mark breaks a metabone, gets technical about shooting, then knows his necromancy, and dishwashers. From email overload to the female orgasm. Yes, it's time for Would I Lie to You? Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the longest running episodic chronicling of three men aging ungracefully. That's right, it's time for another episode of Distractible.
Oh, man. Oh, come on, guys.
I got a cast on my leg, all right? I'm not feeling good about where my situation is. It doesn't really reflect that much on you guys.
I feel pretty reflected.
It's just your bald head. That's right, I'm your host. My name is Bob. I won the last one somehow. I don't remember feeling like I should have won, but I did. And so I get to host this. The two other voices you've heard so far are, of course, Mark and Wade. They're always here. One of them's going to win, unless I do. We just had that happen with Wade with the back-to-back, so you never know.
I felt really good.
But probably one of them's going to win. They're going to host the next one. Blah, blah, blah. There's other rules. We don't remember them. We're going to apply them at random. Before we get into the game that I have planned for today that I worked on, I think I could say hours. I spent hours on this. Might be embarrassing depending on how the game goes. Small talk. How are you guys doing today?
Very good.
Wonderful. Thanks for asking.
It sounds good.
I'm turning into, Adam Driver's character in SNL when he was the oil tycoon, stabbed the bird.
Yes, I love that skit.
I feel like day by day I'm turning into that man with my various business enterprises and the various I have to send so many emails. I never imagined I would be at this point in my life where my entire existence revolved around sending emails. And that's what I'm doing day in, day out. To whom it may concern, go fuck yourself. To whom it may concern, I hope you die. To whom it may concern. And man, business is so hard.
When 15 years ago, Mark made that choice and was like, look, I could have a job in biomedical engineering where I send a lot of emails, sit at a desk, or I could have fun with my life. Never saw this coming.
I look at Mark and I just want to say,
who's H.R. Pickens?
Exactly.
I think it was H.R. Pickens, and his name was like something Parnassus.
I just remember when he stabbed his cane through the bird, and everyone was just like, oh, Props isn't going to like that.
A very good character. I would watch a whole movie based on that character. He got cast in X-Men or something, I think, or like for 2028.
I saw that. He introduced his character by their civilian name, and I don't know enough about it to know what that means, but apparently he's going to play someone in the X-Men people.
I've learned most of my Marvel lore and X-Men lore and everything else from watching movies in the last 10 years or so. So probably, when did Iron Man come out? 2008 or 9? I guess it's been more than 10 years or so.
Yeah, almost 20, one might say.
No. No, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Oh, God. You're right.
It's not that bad, man. It's not that bad. It's not your fault.
Just wait till you hear when you were born.
I think when every time someone has a revelation like that, they actually physically grow older in that moment because their brain is like, oh yeah, we're older. Hit the button.
There's been so many moments where I've pictured myself as Matt Damon aging and Saving Private Ryan. That gif of him just like.
Okay, well, it's not that bad, man. It's not that bad. He's a little sad when he's doing it, but it's not that bad.
It's me, Matt Damon.
No, that's not how he talks. Doesn't he go, Matt Damon?
His eyes are actually perfectly open, when he's old. I'm looking at it right now. It's just like no, that's not it. No, he's looking at a grave. Remember, he's looking at a grave.
For listeners, Wade just did a 1-for-1 recreation of the scene from Saving Private Ryan where they age Matt Damon to be very, very old. That is.
Look, with Sam's assistance, no one will ever know I didn't pull it off. Right, Sam?
Chucking him out hot and fast. Right, Sam? Well, today's a big day for me, too, and I'm allowed to talk about small talk. I couldn't keep it in, and so I already said this to you guys, but James's first day of preschool was today. We did the old picture by the front door. He got a new, his first ever backpack, carried it proudly to school. It's like way too big for him because even the smallest backpack that we could find at the store is for like, I don't know, a 5-year-old, and he's 3, but I think he had a good time. Yeah, I told you before I don't know if it was before we were recording, but he was screaming and moaning, but I think he just had to go down for nap time.
It was so good he didn't want to come home. That's why he was sad.
I mean, almost definitely. If there's anything that I know James would enjoy, it's a room full of other kids who are not allowed to leave, and they're all supposed to play together and work and become friends. His biggest sadness in life is when we go to the playground and like other kids are already doing something else, and he just comes and is like, "Can I play?" And they're like, "We're high schoolers. You can't play with us." And then they leave. And he's like, I could have done it. Like, why are those guys so fucking mean to me? I could have done it.
They know he'd come steal their girls.
He's going to steal yours first.
Yeah.
He's not subtle about working on that either.
He is not.
Does it right in front of you. Doesn't give a shit.
He is very ballsy. I got to respect it. Like, if I lose, I lose at this point. Like,
yeah, it's you complacency.
Game on. Like,
game on.
Whoa, hey, wait, I have to ask. You're not planning on doing anything to my 3-year-old son, are you?
We'll see how far he's willing to go, man. If he escalates, I'm escalating.
I don't like that answer. That's not a good answer. It's unsatisfactory. Check minus on your report card there.
Well, you have a report card in front of you. You could do things like that, Mr. Judge, sir.
Good point.
No, wait, hold on. No. I'm aging again, Sam.
No, make him younger.
Too young.
Actually, that works. You find another age where bald is totally appropriate.
Wait, if I'm a baby again, that means game on with James again. We're the same age now.
This story's getting a little complicated. I'm not sure.
It's like a combination of Benjamin Button and The Notebook. Probably not The Notebook. I just don't know a lot of romance movies.
I've never watched The Notebook, so I don't know.
Oh, Wedding Crashers. That's probably not a romance movie.
Honestly, The Notebook is a good movie unless you have dementia in a family member or something, and it is possibly the saddest, for me, like the scariest movie I've ever watched.
Speaking of the choose your owns, though, people were asking, hey, wait, great episode. Wait, or just completely rip off Supernatural, because there's a Supernatural episode about like a pagan god where a town makes sacrifices. But I was like, okay, one, there's like an X-Files episode. I think there's an entire Goosebumps episode that came out before Supernatural with that. And then Children of the Corn, like there's a lot of things. And then
half of every indie horror game ever made is kind of also cult in town.
Outlast 2 is like all cult in town.
That one with the goat.
So not only did you rip off that one episode, you ripped off everything in the world.
Norse mythology, the harvesting gods, the Vinir, whatever. I played Fears to Fathom recently. That's kind of like got that town culty vibe to it. So there's a lot of town culty vibe things. So if you guys are going to blame me for ripping off Supernatural, give credit to the other things I ripped off too.
Actually, there was a 1973 film by the name of Cult Town.
Oh, damn it.
We used to make that joke all the time. I remember how unoriginal you've been this whole time.
Whenever I was writing it and I came up with the name The Shepherd, every time I would like write down that word, all I would hear is like Mass Effect people going, Shepherd.
That's what I got too, but I didn't want to say anything to ruin the mood.
Every time I hear the word Shepherd, I'm like, Shepherd? This is my favorite cult in the Citadel.
Shepherd, my quads, Shepherd.
My ass, Shepherd. My calibrations.
Calibrate me, Shep Daddy.
What was the other Krogan's name? The one that no one liked? It was like the tube baby Krogan or something like that.
Oh, I really can't remember. I remember that character vividly because he's fucking annoying. But
Rex stands out like super hard. I can't remember the other one's name.
There's only 2 things I remember from Mass Effect 2, and it's Miranda.
Why?
What does that mean? That's funny. Explain it.
Because I love the voice actress, Yvonne Strahovski.
And the body.
I think if you just said that and didn't make those noises, I'd feel way better about it.
Wait, I know we've covered this before, but so Miranda was your romance of choice?
Oh, yeah.
How's Tally? The only one that I have any respect for is Liara. Anyone that's like, I romance Liara, I'm like, that's the worst choice. That's terrible. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know what? That's not okay. Buddy.
It's been a long time, but I have done playthroughs both with Miranda and Tali. Still the only correct choices, really.
Those would definitely be my top 2. I can't remember all the other characters. You could romance like Ashley, or what was the guy's name that everyone let die in the first one? For no particular reason.
With the people working on him in the third game being like, no one's gonna ever see this. No one ever has done this.
This is for the 3 of you that killed Ashley.
The voice actor for that, it's like, you guys are gonna call me back, right? For the third game? Technically, some people. There are dozens of us. What is his name? I can't even remember.
Caden, Carl, Tim. Could be anything.
That was right. Wow.
Is it Caden? Is that right?
Hey, see?
Oh, Caden, I definitely let you die.
I have one more thing. I got one more, if you don't mind. Last week, I went down. Oops, upside down. Hold on. I went down, and I went down to GoPro, not headquarters. I was not shot in the middle of the desert. I met them, and they were very respectful, happy to see me. I met the team, and then they handed me this. A piece of plastic just fell off. Hold on.
Rattle, shatter.
Crash noise, explosion in the background.
Just the softest ka-tink. Anyway, look, I have it.
Ooh.
Wow.
VILS.
The lens looking like it weighs 3 times the amount the camera does is crazy.
I absolutely checked in because you did a stream like that afternoon or that night. I went to the stream because I was like, I gotta know what happened. And I saw that it was fine. But the only other thing I do know is I saw a clip of you. You be like showing it off and then being like, it's brand new. I just got this. Drop. Something hits the desk and you're going, it's not broken. It's not. What did you break?
It wasn't the camera itself. It was a mount. So this is it was something called a Metabones speed booster. So it's the plastic case that came in. Metabones does have some answering to do because that is a brand new thing I got from them. It was a shard inside one of the retaining walls of plastic. And sharded off, and then even inside the Metabones like little clip, there was another piece that was broken inside of it. So that's supposed to be brand new, and that thing that thing was very not new feeling. So
some sketchy shit going on there.
This camera is all lens, and this is a tiny lens. It is so small. It's so
it looks like the camera setup that like a chipmunk filming the Chipmunk NFL would use. You know how sports photographers always have like fucking two foot long lenses.
This is so fun. It is everything I was hoping it would be. But I'm doing a video where I compare it to just about every camera I own, and I own some really high-end cinema cameras. And there are some things that this thing can do that those cannot do. Like 4K 240 is such a really nice slow motion frame rate. My Reds can't do that, or at least the Komodo cannot do that. Look at this. This is the stubbier 9mm one.
It looks very satisfying.
It's like holding baby shoes, you know? It's like, this is, it's so dainty and cute. It's so, I fucking love, it's the perfect intersection of like all of my interests, like lens. I'm literally surrounded by lenses, of course.
You mean the camera, not baby shoes, right?
Yes. Well,
God, baby shoes, man.
But it's just so fucking cute. It's so useful. It's so fun. I also think it's an incredible. Anyway, I could go on about it for ages, but I'm gonna let the video do the talking. Because I'm preparing it for when, pre-orders are going to go up. And I have probably tomorrow, I'm going to try to set all things up so I'm going to have Jason in his workshop, like welding in slow motion. And I'm going to have him like sanding stuff, do woodworking. I'm going to light it all nice. And I'm going to have this literally riding on top of my Red camera and all my other cameras as I do like slider shots.
Yeah. Can you just cold chew that on top of a camera?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally could. I could get a little 3/8 to cold chew or quarter or whatever it is to cold chew adapter. I could put it right on there, or I could have little magic arms that I can put out there.
You just balance it.
So when are you going to get the shot where you take it and skip it across the surface of your pool and slam it into the wall on the far side at 100 miles an hour?
I already have that shot. I could pull it out. I just didn't post it. I'm so excited about this. I think as far as like people's first cinema camera or like introduction to it, this is one of, if not the best option that'll come out for people getting started in that world. And it's just such a fun option, especially when some cameras are coming out like cinema cameras and they're like, I mean, the cheapest red is $7,000, you know. The new FX5 got announced and I don't even know what the price of that thing is.
Well, I have to imagine too, for traveling, even bringing like a DSLR with, you know, a moderate assortment of lenses if you're trying to travel and do like a shoot somewhere or something, compared to that where it's literally like the tiniest Pelican case thing that they make.
Yeah,
you can just chuck it in your backpack or like fit it in your carry-on with the rest of your stuff you need. Like
some of the new Sony cameras don't even come with lenses. You just have to download them and hope that the license for them doesn't expire.
Now, wait a minute. You wouldn't download a lens, would you?
Of course you would. Why not?
Technically, in the way, when I got the macro adapter for that one, I guess I kind of downloaded that lens. Anyway, so it's very cool, and I think that people are going to find a lot of cool things to use it for.
Plus, you're the first person that I know personally to have one.
Yeah, I'm the first person of the three here that has it.
We're the only ones you know.
I know more people personally than just us. Okay. I have 4 pinned text conversations in my iMessage app.
Real quick health update. I jumped off a diving board for the first time in like a year. My knee was, I got the jump.
What'd you break?
Nothing. Almost my spine, but because I landed a little bit harder on the deep end than I expected to. So like my back was like, hey, but it's fine. Everything's fine.
You landed on the deep end, like on the bottom?
Yeah, well, I didn't, like, my very first jump, I was like, well, I'm not gonna like cannonball or anything. I don't want to like have my knee hit first, so I'll just like pencil jump in, and then you go down really fast. And I was like, my knee, it feels great. Hits bottom of floor, doesn't bend legs, spine.
Nice.
It's like, better not bend my knees. That'd be a terrible idea. Wait, no, it wouldn't.
So all my favorite football players say, the moment you get hit, what you want to do is stiff as a board, made of stone. Nothing bends. That way you survive with no injuries.
I always bend my knees, man. Like, watching college basketball as a kid, and I played basketball. A couple of those injuries where someone would like jump to like block something and land and not bend their leg, and their like leg would snap.
I hate that so much.
So like whenever I did that, I was like, good thing there was water, because that would have been the end of me otherwise. I'm starting to ramp up physical activity again. I can walk. I tried diving board and leg good.
Yeah, I can't wait till I'm allowed to walk again. Ready. It is getting better, but I still have like a month minimum of not really supposed to be walking at all. So
does that mean you can't like swim or anything too for however long?
Not even at all. I can barely take a shower because I have the cast I have on. I'm not supposed to get wet at all. If it gets more than just droplets on it, I'm supposed to go and have them replace it. And yeah, I mean, I get replaced once a week anyway, because they cut it open and they have to look at the wound on my foot. But
oh my God,
someday I'll be allowed to walk like a human.
It's nice. It's nice coming back after like 2 months of hobbling along. It was nice to like move again.
Someday. Hey, you guys want to play a game?
Sure.
First I'm going to flip a coin to see who gets to go first. Lion is Wade, lady is Mark.
Sure.
This is a normal coin. Don't question it. I see lady.
I'm usually lady, so whenever he said it this time, I was like, oh, I'm not lady for once.
Today's game is going to be called Would I Lie to You?
Yes, Sting, yes.
Whoa. I'm not the one who will be saying would I lie to you, nor will I be the one who's lying.
Okay.
You guys are going to take turns, and I'm going to say, because it's Mark's turn first, I'm going to send you a message first. The message is going to first say whether the fact that I'm sending you is true or false. And then it's going to have a fact that I want you to say as convincingly as possible, or maybe as unconvincingly as possible. Is there just a list of accumulated facts, and some of them are true and some of them are false, but all of them hopefully sound like they could be true, or sound so silly, but are actually, sound like they should be false, but they are true. I tried my best to get a range of facts. So I'm going to tell you, this is a lie, or this is true. And then I'm going to send you the thing. And your job as the person who has to say the fact is obviously to totally ignore the first message I sent you and not let that play on your psyche at all. And then convincingly communicate the fact.
Yeah. So no matter what, I'm just trying to say what you send as honestly as possible.
Yeah. Unless maybe you know that it's true, or like it's, one of them is like the earth is round and you're like, well, okay.
Yes.
But you can try and say it deceptively, but like it's a game of reading each other. You do have to have your eyes open for this one, Wade.
No, Wade, you can close your eyes. Close your eyes, Wade.
This is true. True or false?
I'm going to try really hard not to send the message to the wrong person or say it out loud.
All right.
But Mark, here is your first fact. And then Wade, observe.
Focus.
All right. So if you were to take every single bacteria on the planet and you were to stack them up on top of each other, one single bacteria on top, it would stretch for a single continuous line for 10 billion light years.
Do you know what a light year is?
Yeah, I learned that from Toy Story. Yeah. 10 billion light years.
10 billion light years.
That's so oddly specific. I want to believe it's true, but that sounds too big.
I don't even know. What's the size of the universe? Is that like, that's beyond the distance that we can perceive anything, right? Because like I don't know. I don't know enough about like space and shit. Sorry, I'm not participating in the game. I'm just listening. Just sounds like a really big number. Sounds far.
If you said like to the moon or Mars or something, I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. But to 10 billion light years sounds unfathomable. I'm going to say false.
That one is true.
I meant true.
That means I win, right?
Another way to phrase that would be to say that Earth's 0.001 millimeter long microbes could wrap around the Milky Way over 20,000 times if you like did it in a circle around the Milky Way.
You know, even when he typed that to me, he was like, this is true. I really was like, that seems a lie. Even in my head as I was saying, I was like, man, I'm trying to convince him that this is true. How do I feel convincing? Because 10 billion light years is a lot. But then again, there's a lot of bacteria on the planet.
I mean, yeah, there is, but like, I feel like the planet would have to be bigger to hold that much stuff.
But even like right here on the palm of my hand, even if I've just washed it, there's probably still going to be millions.
On just my hand, right?
Yeah, but like you don't stretch out your hand that all of a sudden you're slapping Venus on the ass, you know?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Maybe you don't.
Look, me and Venus, we're very close. And if I want to slap Venus on the ass with my hand of bacteria.
Is that good for Mark that I was wrong, or does Mark does he want me to be right?
The person stating the fact or the lie is attempting to deceive, right? So Mark won because you chose the wrong answer, and Mark deceived you. And the guesser wins when they accurately guess. So when you're picking true or false, you want to be right, because that means you were not deceived.
Well, how many times in a row could I possibly lose a coin flip anyway if I just,
A lot.
Oh.
All right, Wade, I'm sending you your factoid.
Mark, wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to your brain by 7.5%.
Okay, I would believe that wearing a tie could reduce blood flow, but it's weirdly specific percentage. 7.5%. How do you even measure?
Is that like a known lie number or something? Oh, you're thinking about like...
Yeah, like how would they determine that percentage?
They use the metric system.
Bloodmometer?
What do they got, like London percent? What kind of other percents are there? They got like kilopercents?
Percentigrade.
Is that where centigrade comes from?
Yes.
Man, I'm going to say it's false just based on 7.5 seems like a weird number. I guess 10 billion light years also seems like a weird number, but I'm just going to say maybe false.
That fact was true.
Damn.
Damn. A study in 2018 found that wearing a necktie can reduce blood flow to your brain by up to 7.5%. It can also increase the pressure in your eyes if your tie is on too tight. And also ties carry a lot of germs, which I hadn't thought about until I put this together. But do you wash your ties? You ever washed a tie?
That's a good question. I guess I haven't.
So how many functions have you worn that tie at where you maybe like shook hands with people or hugged people? You never gets washed. I've owned ties for literally like almost 2 decades. Because I still have a couple ties that I got in like high school, middle school, high school era that I don't really wear because they're kind of old and beat up. But that's 2 decades worth of germs and shit soaked into that bad boy.
That's crazy.
So anyway, no one should wear ties because they're fucking gross.
Yeah, and dress socks. You guys don't wash those, right? You don't wash dress socks?
I've never washed a single item of clothing I've ever worn. Why would you?
True. I believe you. True.
All right, Mark. I wish I had thought of a more efficient way to do this, and I'm not having trouble copying and pasting stuff. There is your factoid, Mark. Oh, I had this thought too, because both of the first 2 ones had numbers in them. You don't have to say all the info that I send you. If you think it will help you be deceitful, like if you thought 10 billion light years was a lot of light years and you were hoping, I guess you can't lie, so that one you can't really. But like for Wade's, you could just say it could reduce the blood flow to your brain. Can't lie, can't add stuff you're making up necessarily, but you can leave, if it's a complicated fact, you can leave stuff out.
I got it. Okay. Wade, look down. Look at your hands. What do you see? Do you see the toil that the years have plagued them? Do you see how they've changed from when you were a child? Do you see how they have evolved?
Yes.
The story those hands tell. The places they've touched.
The things they have grasped.
Now look at your nails.
Oh, God.
Seem a little longer, don't they, huh? Yeah. Did you know your nails grow faster in summer?
That feels false, but remember what nails are made of? Carrot juice or something?
Yeah, carrot juice.
And we get keratin from not carrots, probably.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
Carrots grow in the summer better than they grow in the winter.
This is exactly where I hope this game would go.
Frosty, a lot hornier in the summer when he's dying.
His carrot nose.
God, that feels so stupid. So I'll say true because I don't believe it.
That one is true.
It's true. And I think I know why. It's because your circulation is better in warmer weather. So in the summer, in the cold, your blood goes away from your extremities, but in the warm temperature, your blood goes to your extremities more readily. I think that's probably the only reason why it would grow faster.
Did you reason that out yourself? Because that's exactly what I got from the place where I found sourced that fact.
I was also thinking like back years and years and years ago in the snow, if your nails would grow all summer, you'd have natural snow shovels for the winter.
This guy's thinking.
That is a thought. That is one thought.
I thought that.
He thought that. I believe that he thought that.
True.
Don't overheat yourself with all this thinking.
Oh, God. I gotta clip my nails, guys. It's getting too crazy in here.
That's okay. Wait, I have sent you your factoid.
Mark, both hair and nails continue to grow after you die.
Now, I actually know this one. I know this one. This is false.
You are correct. This is false. Why do you know that?
Yeah, what the hell? How many corpses are you hanging out with?
Oh, I've watched a lot of death in my time. I've seen it up close. I got my macro lenses on all the bodies that I see after they pass. I have extensive collections of footage from all kinds of angles of everything. I have a library of it. So let's just say I'm well researched in the topics of death.
That is one of those things they say, though. Like, whenever you're growing up, I remember hearing that, like, oh, yeah, your nails and hair will continue to grow.
That was a thing. Yeah. So that is a thing. But I do know that that's false because originally as a kid, I was like, they said that and I was like, whoa. And then I remember, like, I don't know, probably a Reddit post or something where I was like, it's not true. It's just because your skin recedes when you die.
Well, Mark's just stealing all my thunder from everything. The prevailing theory is that when you die, your body begins to dehydrate, which causes your skin to pull back and shrink, which makes your nails and hair appear longer.
Joke's on them, I'll still be bald.
That'd be weird. You die and then all of a sudden, it's a miracle, he's growing. Oh,
he did have hair in there. He was just hiding it.
We find out that all the hair I thought wasn't growing was ingrowing. And so it's just like afro tucked in. Like, wait, your forehead, the wrinkles are starting to really come in. It's like, no, it's just the hair trying to escape the skin layer.
Man, I hate that.
I have a natural helmet of hair under my skin.
Gross.
Don't worry. Your fact is coming, Mark. You like this one?
Wade. There might be a cure for evil.
I'm waiting for more.
That's a fact. You could take that into the bank.
Well, psychopathy anyway. Maybe.
I'm just gonna go with true because it's hard to disprove a negative. So I mean,
Yeah, I feel like I was set up for failure here. There's a lot of wiggle room in a might.
Now that I'm seeing it in context, I see the issue with that one. That you're right, that is true. That'd be pretty crazy if that was just straight up false, I guess. There's definitely no cure for evil. Just kill those fuckers.
rehabilitation doesn't work. Proven in this one sentence.
Anyway, the way that was phrased is pretty unfortunate. I was not going to say any other word in that. But there is research, it's preliminary, but there's research that suggests that computer-based cognitive training can help a person who is a psychopath experience empathy and regret, assuming that those could be traits that are imparted and last beyond the therapy sessions, effectively curing them of being a psychopath. Because the thing about being a psychopath is that you don't feel empathy or regret or stuff, right?
Yeah, so a lot of times with psychopathy, like people are born with like the psychopathic trait. Doesn't mean anything comes of it, but if they actually become and start doing evil things, usually there's like a trigger in life. But from what I've understood, like even at birth, the predisposition to psychopathy itself is already there, like the not feeling of emotion.
No, I've seen this in Dexter. How to turn a baby evil. You dip them in a puddle of blood. That's it. According that you remember, have you seen Dexter? That's it. That's all it takes. As soon as a baby touches a puddle of blood, they're evil and they will kill.
I thought the blood of like 100 virgins was supposed to give you eternal life or something. I don't made you evil.
No, evil. Straight up evil.
So there you go. The cure to psychopathy is just don't dip in blood. We solved it.
That's it. Yeah. And then do the opposite of blood to become good.
Jizz.
I don't want to say that's the opposite of blood.
I'm pretty sure that just makes the baby super evil. I think that just goes further in the same direction.
There's a lot of problems with that thought experiment. We should move on immediately.
Yep, it's him. He did it, officers. It was him. I'm pointing at Wade.
Whoa, Sam, make Mark point at himself.
Take this.
All right, Wade, you have your factoid.
All right. Oh, man, Mark didn't have to read much at all. I got to go back to choose your own adventure.
It needs a little explanation because I wasn't sure. I didn't know what this thing was, so I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page.
Mark.
Yeah.
A glass sponge is a deep sea animal with a skeleton made of silica, the exact same material used to make glass. Glass sponges can live for 15,000 years.
Okay, so we got to evaluate a lot of things here. Are there glass sponges? Okay, that's the first question.
I can confirm to you, I will say that is true.
Uh-huh.
We can operate with the understanding that a glass sponge is a documented, real-life deep-sea creature.
This is one of those things where it's like, if one is false, then the whole thing is false of these?
Oh yeah, this is Endgame Blueprints boxes bullshit.
The explanation of the glass sponge was just to be clear that we're not deciding if the animal exists, we're deciding how long they can live. The factoid at issue is they can live for 15,000 years. I'm not very good at looking to how these things are going to play out in practice. I just throw shit at the wall.
No, I like throwing Mark a paragraph and be like, is any of this false?
All right, we got to look up if there's any like cave paintings of glass sponges to know if it was like a record of
think
like...
a lot of cave people were deep sea exploring.
Jesus's pet glass sponge is still going on. His great grandson still has it. Oh, Timmy the sponge.
I remember in the Old Testament they were talking.
And then the 8th plague, the glass sponges rose from the ocean depth. Went into Egypt, really scratched up everything.
When Jesus walked on water, he was actually just stepping across glass sponges, but no one could tell because they were clear.
Yeah, they didn't notice he was going. It's a miracle. I bet wrong by thinking that a specific number was weird with 7.5. So I'm gonna do the opposite, and I'm gonna run into a brick wall by doing it. I bet, and I'm gonna say this is true. But I'm guessing it's not. But I'm saying it's true.
And of course, this fact is true.
Oh, okay. All right.
Scientists actually hypothesize that these things could theoretically be immortal, that they are alive, but given the nature of their biology, they kind of could live forever. But obviously, that's pretty tough to document given the linearity and stationarity of time. But maybe someday we'll know if they do live forever.
I didn't know this, but glass actually it's made up of silica, but not even the majority of it. I was under the impression that you could just melt sand and you would, boom, get glass. That's not it.
Yeah, kind of same.
For modern glass, you need soda ash and limestone to make it, and then other ingredients to melt down with it.
Those things aren't clear at all.
So if you get lime soda, you could just have everything ready in one go.
Yeah, what he said. Wait, false. No.
Put the lime in the coconut.
No, I'm not giving you a point for that. No.
But actually, a lot of old glass was made of a material called mica because it's a naturally forming mineral that's transparent and you can cut it really easily into thin sheets. And it's like if you see old like windows, they're brown. They have that brown and kind of rough texture to them. It's mica.
That's really interesting knowledge.
If you're going to replace old glass, make sure you replace all of it, though, because old glass kind of looks down on new glass because, it's not really been around and understand the customs and traditions.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
I don't. I'm just saying, yeah.
Well, good one, Mark.
Okay.
That was a good one. Also, you have your fact.
By definition, a snake's body is a limb.
Yeah, it's a penis. True. Wait, is that a limb? Wait.
It is now.
I know mine is, but
I don't know what the definition of a limb technically is. So,
well, you got the definition right there. By definition.
Every time the Bengals score a touchdown, 2 snake bodies up, baby.
Something about this just feels weird because a snake still has organs and digests shit. I don't know what the exact definition of a limb is. I'm going to say false.
See? You forgot the tail. Nah, that's false.
Oh. I was like, I could see it, but also that feels just not right.
I don't know how it does if you don't know what a limb is. Because honestly, this is one where, like, if that was true, I would just be like, oh, that's really interesting. Man.
Being as I have to guess, it's like, well, that one feels just naturally true. So let me think about it for a minute. It's like, well, a snake's body, literally you eat, digest, it shits and pisses and all that stuff. So it's like, I don't know that a limb is supposed to have those functions.
I don't even know. Yeah, let me look up the definition of limb. An arm, leg, or wing of a person or animal.
So tails aren't limbs? Some species have like prehensile tails, so it's like it's not a limb, but they can use it kind of like a limb.
Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. So apparently a tail is a limb if it's prehensile. That is a separate, but then again, yeah, this is just one of those things where scientists are defining things and we have to go with like, oh, Pluto's not a planet. Okay.
Pluto is a limb, right?
I think that's the conclusion we can reach here.
A penis.
True. Why do we all just start jerking off when we do that?
I just unlocked something in the male brain. All the listeners at home too were like, true.
You ever just realize that the audience is gonna run with a joke really hard after we do it? You just know you're in that moment. Oh yeah, your penis is a limb, right? Oh, true.
Anytime someone tells you something that's false, you're like, yeah, that's wrong. But if they tell you something that you believe, true.
Whoever's turn it is, I sent you a thing. Wade, you have a thing.
Mark, your pinky toe or tiny toe, the toenail on that toe, your little toe, is called a spungle.
No, that's impossible. No!
I'm assuming it's a hard G.
I think you said it. Spungle. I think he said it right, yes.
This is like the fundus all over again. Not that you guys ever encountered this, but it's just like the fundus is a part of the uterus.
Oh, they said fun dip, and I was like, I don't think that's like fun dip at all.
Oh, it's a fun dip for me.
No, wait. Is that a redacted reference? I think I do remember that.
Yeah, we were looking at the anatomy of a uterus. The back of the uterus, or back, I guess top, I don't know. The farthest part from the entrance of the uterus is called the fundus. And then you're supposed to tell me that the toenail specifically on the pinky is called a spungle?
Yeah.
If this was true, I wouldn't want to live in a world where it was, because this just feels like some scientist went awry with I'm saying it's false because I don't want it to be true. And that's the only reason.
Well, you got the Venkman, you got the Stance, the Spangler, the Zedmore, the Spungle, the 4 Ghostbusters, and then the one who got rejected.
Well, boy, do I have some bad news. for Wade, because that's false.
Okay, good.
I knew that. It said that in my document.
I was about to like flip the coin because I declare we all define that as not the spungle.
No one's allowed to call that a spungle ever again.
We've gotten it right like every time, I think, right? The person calling.
I missed the 7.5.
Yeah, you guys have done really well. You've done really well. It's okay, Mark. I'm giving you a really tricky one.
Okay. Gold nuggets were named after chicken nuggets.
What's so funny, Wade?
Just trying to picture an old prospector like walking around with his panhandle, and he's like,
Are my dino nuggies ready yet?
I don't know if they had dino. They had amorphous chicken nuggets, I think, back in the day, but
I don't know. When was the first chicken nugget? I'm going to say false. That feels wild. I think chicken nuggets were named after gold nuggets.
I really thought Wade would go for that one. That is false.
You know?
Oh no.
I might have to take a point away just for that, but
No, wait, hold on. Give help. I need all the help I can get. But did the chicken nugget get named after the gold nugget? Was it reverse? Was I right?
I don't know, some of these false ones I literally just made up, so I don't have explanations for them necessarily.
Okay, so the original definition of nugget is specifically for solid lumps of precious metal. So it might actually be that the opposite is true.
Hey. Good job, brain.
It's Wade's turn. I did not almost just send the wrong message to the wrong person.
Oh, I forgot you sent it. I was like, oh shit, I didn't look up a fact.
Wade, find a fact. All right.
Mark, did I just get an email, true or false?
Good luck.
All right, Mark, we're speed running, Mark. Plants came before seeds.
Can you say it in a less presidential voice?
Plants came before seeds.
Oh, clearly that's Ulysses S. Grant. Give me a non-presidential voice.
Plants came before seeds.
Oh man, Roosevelt, get out of here.
Plants came before seeds.
Carter?
Damn it.
He sounds just like a peanut farmer.
Plants came before seeds.
Nixon?
I am not a plant.
Okay, I'm thinking back to, you know the game Spore?
Oh, yeah.
For content creator, yeah.
Abomination creator, yes.
What was that?
Yeah.
There was no, you couldn't play as a plant in that, right? You had to be a aminal of some type.
It was like a amoeba or something.
I kind of would want to, I think that this is true because I feel like there's probably a world where like certain types of lichen or things of that were the first plants, or maybe something underwater, and there probably wouldn't be like seeds. They would probably reproduce in the same way that bacteria would, where they just...
First plant walked over, was like, hey, I'm Jonathan. And then they fucked and smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, man, back when the trees fucked, that was rough times.
Some crazy shit out there, man.
If two trees fuck in the woods, how traumatized is the animal population? Oh, God, the Ents from Lord of the Rings.
If two trees fuck in the woods and no one's around to hear it, who has to pay child support?
One really angry bush on the edge of the forest.
I forget which way to go, but I think
I'll read it to you again so you can... Plants came before seeds.
Clinton?
Plants came before seeds.
President Kermit?
Plants came before seeds!
Oh!
Let's say true, just because probably.
It's true.
I wrote down true on my paper. That's not what I meant. Well, you get a true point. That one is true.
Oh, okay.
You're right, Mark. And also, you reasoned your way exactly, basically, into the answer. The fossil record shows that early plants resembled moss and reproduced with single-celled spores. Multicellular seeds didn't evolve for another 150 million years. They just straight figured it out.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, that makes me think about the chicken and the egg thing, but I'm not going to talk about it more just in case Bob's about to type me the chicken and the egg thing.
Early chickens looked more like moss.
But they were made of gold. Where the term golden goose comes from. It's actually golden chicken.
Well, I'm going to say one more each, because this is fun.
True.
I appreciate you saying that. There's your factoid, sir.
Wait, this one's directed at you specifically.
This is advice. This is not a fact. This is just advice.
Wade, you in particular, should not stop your dog from eating poo.
I don't care what the right answer is. False.
And of course, that one is true.
Yeah, wait, what is the why?
That's just false.
Stopping your dog from eating poo makes that moment into something that the dog recognizes as important, and it psychologically trains them to remember that and to go back to that behavior as something that you acknowledged as the owner / pack leader. They don't understand that they should feel bad about it. They just understand that they did that, and then you were like, oh, they were like, oh, cool.
I love whenever you do a bad behavior and people let you do it, and it's like, that'll teach them. So by the 5th time they eat poo, you're like, haha, that's right, I'm not going to say a word. That'll stop you.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
This comes from the school, I think, of training a dog where negative discipline is like never done. You know what I mean? And it's not really a school of training that I subscribe to that much, mostly because for children, it's a different scenario. But for dogs, I feel like there's like a punishment you could do to make them have a negative association with that.
Yeah, you put them in an oxygen deprivation chamber for a weekend and they become Deadpool.
Was that only a week?
I think it was a weekend.
Oh,
Man.
okay. That's fair.
I live with false. I will live and die with false there.
This is not an endorsement of any specific school of dog training, and I definitely try and stop Lexi from eating poop when that comes up, which it doesn't because she's old now and she's learned that that's not good.
Is it time, boys? Do we need to change the rules? Because I think
I kind of wanna.
Whoa!
I kind of wanna.
I don't want to change the points, but God, do I want to change that rule?
I just feel obligated to remind you that if we take that approach, one of the options on the table is that you can never stop any dog from eating poo ever again.
Oh God, it would be doubly right. The universe would never let that happen, right?
Don't say stuff like that. That's not a good thing to say.
What are the odds of the universe saying that that's right? Not only should dogs be allowed to eat poo, but we should have to eat poo.
Probably measurable and consistent, if I had to give you that. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's one answer what those odds would be. I sent you your last fact, Wade.
Sun Tzu's The Art of War is a sequel. The first book was lost forever.
Who's Art of War?
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu. I don't even know if that's right. I just know it's commonly pronounced as Sun Tzu.
Man, imagine if Art of Love actually made it to shelves. It would have really...
Dude, a whole different world.
The Art of How to Run a Government Efficiently Forever. Damn it.
No more World War II. We just had Love Fest 1939, baby.
The Art of Eliminating Poverty and Hunger. Can't believe we lost those.
Yeah. Okay, so it's lost.
Yeah, I mean, presumably it existed. Not that it never.
But how would they know?
Well, there could be records of references to it. Just like the text of it is. There's a lot of stuff that we only know exists because historians are like, well, this guy talked about this book a whole shitload.
Yeah.
So clearly that's a book or something, but we don't have a copy anymore. So
yeah. Like the female orgasm. We don't know if it's real, but like people reference it.
Speak for yourself, but yeah.
That's true.
I want to join your club.
Imagine if the coin could fix that. What would happen?
I'm going to go with false because I don't know how they would know that it was lost.
Unfortunately, Mark, you're right.
Oh! That's just straight up made up fiction. You're very intuitive with this, Mark. The number of times you either just flat out reasoned that something should be true or false, or intuited for no apparent reason, but were spot on, is shocking.
I stand by my dog.
Yeah, I'm with that, yeah.
I didn't know, and nowhere in the rules of this game does it say that you cannot take a moral stand, and I stand with you. Luckily for me, it didn't cost me any points in a game, so.
Now, hold on. What if I say, can I make you lose?
Does it have that power?
Theoretically, I don't know, I guess.
Have we only scratched the surface of what these could do?
These coins could do anything. I think they're dramatically underutilized. But I did say that would be the last fact, and so now I will talk about how many points everybody has. In no particular order, Wade, you earned points for Oh, Marvel old is what I wrote because Iron Man came out 20 years ago.
Oh god, yeah, that realization hit hard.
You earned points for, right, Sam? Right? You earned a check minus. You earned points for,
And the body.
you earned points for not baby shoes? I can't remember any of these. You earned points for jumping off a diving board.
I did that.
You were correct on necktie blood. Nails grow faster in the summer. You got a point for ingrown hairs when you were talking about your secret afro underneath your head skin. You were correct on cure for evil. Snakes are limbs. Chicken nuggets being named after gold nuggets. And your Nixon voice, I am not a plant. Mark, you earned points for something Parnassus. Never seeing The Notebook because I hate that movie. There are dozens of us when talking about the people who let Ashley die and kept Caden alive.
Mm-hmm.
You survived the GoPro encounter. I just wrote, what'd you break? Oh, when Wade jumped in the pool. That's right. You were correct on the bacteria distance, the hair and the nails not growing after death, the glass sponge lifespan. True. You were correct on Spungle. I wrote down true again. They got a point for that. I think you guessed you were correct on another one, but I wrote true instead of what it was. You were also correct on dog poo and Sun Tzu. Leaving the current score at Mark with 13 points and Wade with 12 points minus 1 for your check minus. Wade with 11. 13 to 11.
Oh my god.
I have to say, Mark was behind almost the whole game. And then the last 4 points, the last 4 things he did, all earned points. He was correct. He absolutely clawed it back.
But if points end up absolute, I'm back.
That's not an option.
That is an option, but you'd still be down by 1.
Wait, there's a lie points absolute. Is there a just points absolute?
Yeah, there's one where like all point values are absolute, so all points are no. There's no negative points anymore. That one's been on there for a long time, and we've never hit it. That's on the long list of ones that have never a single time come up. How many spins today? Oh, great wheel of primary colors. All right, 3 spins it is. Of course it is.
That's right.
Back to the pattern.
What is the Mark face? I can't remember what that is.
Is that like the De Niro face where you're like,
I have no idea.
I have no recollection of that being added at all.
Isn't there a rule in the Constitution where the 3 of us can agree to remove something?
Yeah, if we don't remember what it is.
Do we have to land on it?
Yeah, you have to land.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But none of us know what that is.
I am going to put one on here for told the best lie in this episode. That's going to be a tough one. I fully admit that that's going to be one of those ones where we're definitely going to land on it and be like, well, that didn't happen and respin. But I feel like if we're going to have lie points, you should get credit if you tell a really good lie and get away with it. 121 options. Drooled the most? Who got laid most? I don't remember any of these.
I thought we removed that one. We did remove that one.
No, still there, still there.
I hosted, and I was like, instead of adding one, I'm removing that because enough families been like, please don't tell me this.
Look, you don't have to admit it, just only if you want the point. 3 spins it is. Come on, wheel. Give us something that's outside the list of like 30 that we always get. Most angry.
Oh, no, remember I started the episode with that angry email I had to send.
Oh, that's true. You did. I think you said the first thing you said on this episode was like,
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I hate business and having to be a business.
I don't know. Do you refute, Wade?
I mean, by definition, it says most angry, and that is the most angry I remember anyone being during. I'd like to fight it, but I don't know that I can. That seems right.
All right, Wade conceded. Mark was the most angry.
It's hard to fight that.
This was just a pretty like happy-go-lucky episode. You know? So I feel like in a lot of episodes there's some moments, at least of feigned anger.
Yeah, we usually are very contentious.
Everyone was just having a good time today.
I'm in a good mood today. I had my Pokemon donuts.
Put significant other through the most bullshit.
My Pokemon card collecting has gotten to the point where we've had a lot of extra boxes to break down, and our kitchen counter she's not been super thrilled about the fact that we have this beautiful big kitchen counter that 70% of it's been covered in Pokemon cards for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
It's such a big counter for that.
That sounds about like when I ordered 1,000 lenses on eBay and my entire kitchen was covered in packages.
Yeah. So if you could top that one, but Molly has been pretty on me about like, you are not using our dining room table and you'd better get this counter cleaned for like 3 or 4 weeks. And yesterday she was like cleaning up part of the kitchen and cleaning up like, her mess. And it was like this spotless, beautiful looking tiny section of the counter because the rest of it's my bullshit. So, dibs.
Well, we got one more spin to make something happen here for you, Wade.
I just need 2 points.
Yep.
Or 3. Maybe don't get 2 points. Maybe get some number greater or lesser.
Wade gets 2 points. Come on.
Witness. Wow. We're all just in our regular offices. Nobody's in witness protection today.
Yeah.
Imagine if we'd hit that in the last one when Mark was traveling? Would have been a freebie.
Mm-hmm.
Furthest from God.
Are any of us close?
We both made jokes about Jesus walking across the water and the glass sponges. I don't know which one of us.
We both called Jesus a fraud today.
So you both moved equally far away from God? Is that what we're concluding?
I can't recall any of the jokes being particularly heinous or heretical. Heretical? Heretical. That's it. Heretical.
I think that's probably a tie.
Spin number 3, part 2. Come on, Wheel. Keep hitting us with the funny ones that are buried. Said fuck the most.
Oh, trees fuck in the woods. If a tree fucks in the wood, I said that.
That was Mark's thing. He said that. I think we all maybe contributed to that, but you definitely said that first. And I would say, I remember you saying that most. Because he said it, I remember myself saying like one thing where I was like, if trees fuck in the wood, who plays child support or something like that.
I mean, I'm down by 2 just for the sake of it. Yeah, that's fine. Let us know who actually said it the most. One of you go back and count.
Thanks to all of Mark's fucks he gave. The final score is Mark with 15 and Wade with 13 minus 1, also known as 12. Congratulations, Mark. You are the winner of today's episode.
Thank you. Is that my speech?
Yeah. Go ahead. Give us a winner speech.
Thank you. I had a bit of a losing streak. It was weird that I was up on points for the season and down on wins, but it's coming back around. I feel really good about this victory. Tried hard, played hard. It's all looking good.
What a magnanimous winner speech. Wayne?
For a moment, I was back and I was on top and I was in control. I won an episode. I think Bob won an episode. I won an episode again. Then I won my own episode. I had 3 wins to bring myself back dead even with these 2. Points were climbing. Everything was, well, maybe not points. Everything else was on the up and up. And now I'm back down 5 to 4 again. So I've got to hope maybe that either I get another winning streak or season golf rules. What if?
That would be a hell of a thing. I'm not even sure. That would have to involve coins or something. I don't even know how that would happen, but nothing is impossible when we make it up on the fly. I look forward to your secret surprise come from behind victory at the end of the season. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching and or listening to this episode. Make sure you check out the merch at Distractible.shop. I'm going to throw my own plug in and say, if you're at all interested in scary stories right now, if you go to realgoodai.org/anthology, you can get your name in the back of a book of collected scary stories as part of the Scary Tapes writing competition. Also going to be episodes on this podcast that you will see throughout the month of October. Make sure you check these fellers out. Wade is Lord Minion 777 or Minion 777. Mark is Markiplier. I am Meisker. Thanks for being here. Make sure you follow the podcast so you know when all of our episodes come out. And Mark will host the next one where we will all see you there.
Or else.
Podcast out.